Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNSFANS. Let's get to the news. So here we are, folks, right in the middle of a season that's been anything but smooth sailing for the Cleveland Browns. It's been a roller coaster, a mix of high hopes and tough lessons. And now, as they gear up for Week 7 against the Miami Dolphins, there's a cloud hanging over some of their key players. And I'm telling you, the story isn't just about the game itself. It's about the drama, the discipline, and what it all means for the team's future. We've seen some headlines recently that really shake up the Browns' narrative, and I want to dig into all of that with you, because it's crucial for understanding where this team is right now and where they could be headed in the coming weeks. Let's start with a story that's been making waves. It's about Jeudy, the Browns' wide receiver, who's been having a bit of a rough patch lately, both on and off the field. You might remember that Jeudy had a stellar 2024 season, accumulating over 200 receiving yards and earning himself a well-deserved Pro Bowl nod. That was a season that showed his true potential, a season that made Browns fans dream of big things ahead. But fast forward to 2025, and it's like that spark has dimmed a little. Jeudy's been struggling to find his rhythm, and it's reflected in his stats. Through 6 games, he's only managed 20 receptions for 240 yards, no touchdowns so far, which is pretty surprising given how dynamic he can be when he's on his game. Now, what's really interesting, and frankly disappointing, is what happened last weekend during the Week 6 game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. For those of you who watched that game, you probably saw the incident that led to Jeudy being fined. It all went down around the 9:20 mark of the first quarter, a moment that frankly could have been avoided but ended up costing Cleveland dearly. During a running play, Jeudy found himself tangled with Steelers cornerback Joey Porter Jr., and things quickly escalated from there. As the whistle blew, both players got tangled up, a typical part of football, but then things took a turn. Jeudy and Porter, you see, got into a bit of a hand fight, and in the heat of the moment, Jeudy was seen striking Porter on the helmet with his left hand. It was a quick, impulsive act, but one that the NFL didn't take lightly. The league reviewed the play and ultimately fined Jeudy $12, $172 for unnecessary roughness. That might not seem like much compared to other fines, but in the NFL, it's a clear message: discipline matters. And this wasn't just about a single penalty, it's part of a pattern. Earlier in the season, Jeudy was fined over $11, $500 for taunting in Week 1, so it's clear that the league is keeping a close eye on his on-field conduct. What's more intriguing about this incident is the context: Joey Porter Jr., the Steelers' cornerback, later admitted that he had planned to provoke Jeudy. Porter wanted to get under Jeudy's skin to force a reaction, and it seems he succeeded. But here's the kicker: despite Porter's attempt to get a reaction, Jeudy ended up getting the better of him in the heat of that moment. Porter admitted that Jeudy got the personal win, even though the Steelers went on to win the game. It shows us something crucial. Jeudy's competitive fire is still there, but his discipline is what needs work. Jeudy, after the game, took full responsibility. You could see it in his comments. He knew that personal foul set the team back, especially in a game as important as that one. "I can't be having no personal penalties," Jeudy said. "That hurts my team. Set my team back 15 yards. I can't be doing that. I got to be better on that, and I will be better on that." Those words are telling, folks. They show a player who's aware of his mistakes, who's committed to improving, but also highlights the pressure he's under to perform not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. And let's not forget, this is Jeudy's first rodeo with fines. Earlier in the season, he was hit with a fine for taunting, which indicates that perhaps the focus needs to be sharpened on his discipline and game management. He's a talented receiver, no doubt, his ability to make plays, to create separation, and to be a deep threat. But consistency and mental composure are what will determine if he can reach his full potential this year. And for the Browns, that's crucial because their season hasn't gone according to plan. Starting 1-5 is tough, especially when the offense has struggled to find rhythm. Cleveland's offensive struggles are evident. Veteran quarterback Joe Flacco started the season as the starting QB, But after 4 games, the team decided to bench him and eventually traded him to Cincinnati. That left rookie Dillon Gabriel, a third-round pick from the 2025 NFL Draft, to take over under center. It's a big transition, and it's clear that the Browns are still trying to find their footing on offense. Without a consistent quarterback performance, it's hard for receivers like Jeudy to get into a rhythm, especially when the team's offensive line has had its share of issues protecting the quarterback and creating lanes for the run game. This instability at quarterback has also impacted Jeudy's production. The connection that was supposed to flourish this season hasn't really materialized yet, and that's partly due to the team's overall offensive inconsistency. The Browns' offensive line has had some struggles, and that's putting pressure on Gabriel to perform under difficult circumstances. All of this contributes to Jeudy's quiet start. He's not the only one feeling the effects of a shaky offense, but as a receiver with his talent, the expectations are always higher. Now, beyond Jeudy's situation, let's talk about the discipline issues that have also hit the Browns. Tight end David Njoku was fined over $14, $0 for making an obscene gesture during the fourth quarter of that same game against the Steelers. That kind of behavior, on top of the penalties and fines, paints a picture of a team that's dealing with some internal frustrations. It's not just about the penalties. It's about maintaining focus, composure, and discipline in a season that's already been turbulent. Looking ahead to Week 7, the Browns are facing a formidable opponent in the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, with their explosive offense led by Tua Tagovailoa, are known for their speed and big play ability. Cleveland's defense will have its hands full trying to contain the Dolphins' weapons, and the offense needs to find a spark if they want to stay competitive. Jeudy's role in this game could be pivotal. If he manages to keep his cool, focus on executing his routes, and avoid unnecessary penalties, he could be a key factor in helping the Browns get a much-needed win. But the bigger picture here is about resilience. Browns fans, you know how this franchise has always been about fighting back, about turning adversity into opportunity. This season has been a test of that resilience. The team's defense has been playing tough, trying to keep games close, but the offense needs to step up. And that includes players like Jeudy, who, despite his recent setbacks, still has all the talent to be a game changer if he channels his energy correctly. The coaching staff is surely emphasizing discipline and focus, knowing that 1 or 2 mistakes can cost them dearly in such a competitive league. The Browns' history is full of moments where they've turned things around just when it looked like all hope was lost. Remember the 2020 season, when they started slowly but finished strong and made it to the playoffs. That kind of comeback isn't out of the realm of possibility this year, but it requires everyone to be on the same page, from the players on the field to the coaches, and even the fans cheering from the stands. And for Jeudy, it's about learning from these moments, about growing mentally and emotionally, so that he can be the player the Browns envisioned when they traded for him. As we look at the bigger picture, it's clear that discipline, focus, and resilience will be key if Cleveland wants to turn this season around. The AFC North is brutal, with everyone fighting for supremacy, but the Browns have the talent and the history to make a comeback. Their defense has been solid at times, but the offense needs to find its rhythm again, and that starts with players like Jeudy, who must learn to channel their emotions and play smarter football. The coaching staff is pushing everyone to improve, and I believe this team still has plenty of fight left in them. It's just a matter of putting all the pieces together and executing consistently. Now I want to bring it back to the fans, because your support is what keeps this team going through thick and thin. Week after week, game after game, Browns fans show up, show out, and keep believing. That passionate support can be a game changer, especially when the team faces adversity. So as we gear up for the next game against the Dolphins, remember that every play, every drive, and every moment counts. Stay loud, stay proud, and keep believing in this team's potential. The Browns have the talent, the heart, and the history to bounce back, and this season is far from over. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Jeudy can turn things around? Will the team find its rhythm again? How important is discipline right now for their chances of making a playoff run? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest news from Berea and beyond. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this Browns family strong. We're in this together, and I believe brighter days are ahead. Thanks for sticking with me, and see you in the next update.